What's up, what's up, what's up? Just the VJ in the house. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some more of my Nagoya stories. I want to talk about Pachinko a little more because that was really cool. I remember one time I had went to Kofu, and I guess it's near Tokyo, and me and my second wife, first Japanese wife, we had a business together selling jewelry, made a lot of money and stuff, and it was really easy. And we would go to these bargain sales they have in different department stores, and just sell. So during I would go there, and my wife, she would just get some money, go to Pachinko, the whole time I'm working and stuff. And so I'm just working and stuff, and after I finish South Japanese, right? After I finished, I went to the Pachinko place where she was at. So she was playing, and it was service time. It was only like maybe another 30 minutes. And after service time, it's like you can forget winning, no, it wasn't service time. It was about to close. So it was like 9:30. So sometimes you get lucky and you can get on the machine and win a lot of money. So I'm just sitting there watching. She said, well, why don't you play the machine? I said, no, it's okay because, I might not win. And she said, well, just better than sitting here doing nothing. So I'm like, okay. So I go on the other side, and like I said, I know how to look and pretty much pick them. So I looked, and if their letters, the numbers are like bright red, pinkish light, and then that's a sign that it's going to give up some money. So the machine I sat down with had already gave up like 20-something boxes. And some people do know that if you go to a machine that's been that puts out like 25 boxes or whatever, that you can go again and you might win some more money. So I sat down and maybe it's put about so I only had 30 minutes, I don't know how long. Well, maybe it was like 9 o'clock, whatever, I'm not sure. But anyway, I put some money in. I think by the time I got to like $35, because I used to always win at $35 and $40 a lot, and it just started coming. And the guy that worked there, he was like really surprised, and it just kept coming. By the time I finished, I had won like $750. So my wife, she was like, why is it that you come here and you win? I think they set it up so you can win to show everyone else. And I said, yeah, but there's no one here, just us and maybe a couple other people. They said, yeah, maybe they do. And I said, nah, I don't think so. I think they'd rather take the money than to do that. So we went and changed, and the guy, he was like, I can't believe you won. Where you from? Telling me LA and stuff. And it was really cool. And so the next day we went to work, and she went to Pachinko again. After work, I went back, to where she was at, to the Pachinko shop again. And she was playing, and she said, why don't you play? I'm like, nah, because I went a little earlier. And I think it was like 8 or something. And I said, nah, because if I play, definitely I'm going to put this $750 back in. And she said, well, if you're not going to play, then get out. And I'm like, all right, fine. So I reached in my pocket, pulled out some money, about maybe 35 to 40 bucks I had put in, and another $750 popped out. And the guy that was working there the other day, he was there that night. He said, oh my God, I can't believe this. He says, like, you're the only guy that come here and win like back to back like that. I can't believe it. How? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just lucky. Because, I'm not going to tell him, the secret that I know. Well, at least that works for me. And so I was like, wow, really happy and stuff. So I had won like $1,500 put in my pocket cash. And my wife was like, I lost some money. Like, how much? And like, I lost $600. And I was like, ah. So I just reached in my pocket to give her $600 because actually our business was good. I didn't really touch the money we made because I was making my own money in Pachinko, and I had a part-time job that I was working at night as a waiter, and then I ended up quitting and then become a wait manager after because they asked me to come back. And so I was making like a lot of money. I don't know why. I think before I was just a waiter. I don't know how much I was making. I was bringing home a lot though. But the second time I was making like $2,000, and they asked me. It was funny because the guy who asked me to come and help him was the guy that one Japanese girl I said in my other video that I said she was finding, she was yelling at him. It was him. So I was really surprised that he asked me, because there are a lot of other, I'm sure, other qualified people. So I just told him, hey, I just want $2,000 a month. And he was like, well, that's a little steep. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do it. He said, why? I said, because you're asking me. And if I come here, you give me $2,000, I'm going to do my job, and I know that you're going to respect me for that. And also, I know that I can respect you because you're paying me the money that I want, and I'm good with my work, so whatever. And he was like, oh, okay. And I guess after some people started finding out how much I was making, and not really doing anything, they were jealous. But anyway, back to the Pachinko. So we went to this other place. Where was it? Well, I remember once we went to Himeji, and I played at one machine. And I played 2 days there, and I lost like $1,500. And it was so weird because there's a way, like sometimes when the machine punks a lot, whatever we call it, punk though, and it did that a whole lot. So, but when it does that, what it usually means is the machine to your left, usually to the right, or to the right next to me, or to the right behind me is going to dump. And I noticed that pattern too. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I didn't move. Somebody else sat there and bam, won like $1,000 and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, that was so sad. Then I went to this other Pachinko place. Where was it? And where was it? Ozone, by Meitetsu train station, because I used to live down the street. So I rode my bike over there. And I don't know why. I just went in there and just played. But, I just had this streak where I just go to these new places, sit down and play. So I sat down, there's this one Japanese lady next to me. She was so fine and stuff. And so she started talking to me and stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay. Because like in those first 2 years, I wasn't even thinking about messing with any other one. My wife was it, and that was it. And she's like, oh, where you from, and blah, 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 and started rubbing all on my body and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, grab my legs and stuff. And I just like felt like taking one of them pinballs, those balls, and just pluck her upside her head with it. Because that's what I'm at the one Concordia I used to go to. That's what this one lady, she used to always do that when I win. And sometimes they just throw balls at me and stuff, I don't know if it was good or bad meaning. I didn't like it, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just some superstition or something. I don't know that they did. I never really thought to ask about it. But then my machine came. I think I had won like $450. And she was like, wow, this is your first time here. I never saw you here before. And we speaking in Japanese. Well, I was speaking the best I could in Japanese. She was speaking in Japanese. I kind of understand a little bit, but she also used English because for some reason, other than Wakayama, a lot of people that I met, Nagoya, a lot of people I met did manage to speak some English, and a lot of them fluent. So I said, yeah, I don't know why. And she said, I was here all week, and all I did was lose. How do you do it? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just so lucky. And then so we started talking a little personal stuff, and she looked just like a sister, dark skin. Oh my God, she was fine. I was like, wow. Like, wow. Man, these cars are moving. So anyway, let's see. I went to this other one. Oh, yeah. So I went to one by Ozone, and it was funny because the place, it was a nice place and stuff, and it was really nice. I liked it. And I would go there, and my winnings there was like off and on. I would win one day, maybe lose, win, lose. But my winning gains was, I was in the black. I didn't, I profited, but it was just really hard to figure out which machines and stuff. So I was sat next to this one guy in this one section, and there was this other old lady that was there. And they just played, and we all started talking and stuff, and then I would win, and they would win, and I would win, and it was like we all walk out with like the minimum $500 or something like that. And they were like, wow, it's so strange. When you come here, we always win, and we don't win as much. And I'm like, oh no, I don't know. They said, wow, it's just so cool. And then we got to talking and stuff. And then I would go back there quite frequently. I would win like $100, $200. That place wasn't so, guess it just wasn't giving up a lot of money and stuff. And so the guy was there, me and him talked a lot. He was real cool and stuff, I don't know, it was just weird. Then I went to this other Pachinko place, and my first wife's best friend, she was a freak. Oh my God, she was cute. She was older, like in her 40s, but she was so cute. A little short, nice body, but just freaky. She just loved sex. She was really freaky. And so one day I went there, and she was there because she used to always go to that one. I don't know if it was one by her house or near my house. I don't know. So we were playing Pachinko, and I won, and so it was almost like time to go or something like that. So we had walked to the car, and we were on the staircase, and I don't know, man, I just grabbed on her, and turned her around. We started kissing. Next thing you know, we started doing it right there on the staircase, But this was like right after the 2 years and stuff. But I was weird because it was like I couldn't believe I was messing with my wife's best friend. I mean, it was, I don't know, it's just so weird. I mean, maybe because she was messing around too. So at that time, when I had went to Osaka, America, and she went to Thailand. She came back, and we had got an open relationship. But her friend, I was like, wow, I kept feeling real bad. But her friend didn't care. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man, sex in Japan, their philosophy behind it or psychology behind it, it's not, their philosophy too behind it is nothing like it is in the States. And it was weird because we had did it like 3 or 4 times there, and it was so weird because it was like right on the staircase, and it was a real nice Pachinko place too. And the staircase was kind of wide, but it was weird. No one came in. No, I think one time somebody came in, but it was like right before or after we had start right before we started or right after we started. But it was just weird. But it was just so weird how that happened. But I don't know. It was good though. She was like, but my wife was freaky too. So I don't know. It's just weird. But me and her did it a lot. I was like, just call it, but nothing. All right, come up, okay. My wife, she was stay at home, or maybe when I left, she probably called her boyfriend in Thailand. I don't know. I'll tell you, I didn't care. I mean, I really didn't care. So, because I went through that with my first marriage and stuff, going through the adultery and all that stuff. My wife's tripping and stuff. But I didn't care. Sex, to me, sex is not a reason to divorce. But, and the reason is because a man can't satisfy a woman 100%. When it's like a guy, you walking down the street, your wife, no matter how fine she is, some other woman walk by with some mini skirt, nice butt and everything, you're gonna turn. And whether it's to lust after her or to admire her, or just because it's just natural for men to look at women, or for people to look at other people, for whatever reason, still you do it. We all do it. So, but that was a trip. But anyway, I went to this other Pachinko place. It was like down the street from where we live, and this is when Joel was around. And the place here, like, he said he used to go there a lot, but he said he didn't win so much. So I'm like, well, why would you go there when, you can go to Concord? But he just like, I guess, just had this ideology that, hey, wait, hold on, where the hell am I going? Wait, hold on. Sorry, it's gonna go black. Sorry. And hopefully you can see me. If not, I'm sorry. But anyway, what happened? So I went to this one machine, and I gotta make a U-turn. Going down the wrong street. And you go eat too. Sorry about language. But anyway, we went to this one place, and I kept asking why did he go there. So I went there, and the owner was there, so we were talking to him and stuff. And so I sat down and played this machine and won $350, put in maybe $20, and Joel was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're winning and this place is closing like this, And the guy came over and he was just laughing. He was like, wow, he said, I've never seen anyone who win consistently like you do. Oh my God. And I was like, I don't know. So it was weird because it was like the last month, that he was closing. So Joe went there like 5 times, I think, in that month. I went, and I think only one time I lost. I think it was like $150. But once I lost that $150, that was the last time I left. I played, so I probably had won like 5 times $150. Maybe I want like a total of $600 and stuff. It was just so weird, but I hated going to those pachinko places. I ain't lying, because it was just noisy, too much smoke, too loud. But it was some fine women in here though. Sometimes when Aladdin was out, that was a really game that people just got addicted. It got so bad that they outlawed the machine because people are like going in debt trying to play that game and win. Also, a lot of people would bring their kids, and their kids were running all around and stuff. And one lady's kid just happened to went outside, and and after that happened, somebody found out and I guess told the police, and that was it. They was like, Latin is gone, and they just banned it from the whole country. And I was like, oh no, my money, and it was just really sad at that time. But I kept going because they had these other machines, but it was really hard to win, so eventually I stopped. But actually there was this other machine where I guess in the old days they would roll these barrels and stuff, and in this one part there were like 2 or 3 sections of it, and I went and played it, and it was weird because I would sit at this one machine that was maybe 2 or the second machine from the door, from the entrance, and that machine and the first machine, it was probably the first machine, the third machine, the fourth machine, and maybe the fifth or the sixth machine. But they would just every week on a Saturday just dump money. So one day I was there playing, and because my wife, she kind of like forced me to go and stuff, but I really didn't want to go. And she's like, just come, it's Saturday, just get up, you can make some money. And I'm like, oh, I made money, I'm tired. And she's like, get up, so you got to get there at like 10 o'clock. And then, what do you do? Get there at 10 o'clock, try to get there early. When they open up the doors, you got to run to the machine, and people just run through. It's like, how people get on the trains when you see the videos of people going on the train. Well, it was like that, and as soon as that door cracked open, boy, it was like, wow, I was surprised none of the doors didn't break or anything. I gotta go get some food. But anyway, it was just really, really interesting. And so I sat at that machine, and I won a lot. And every time I win, I would always win about maybe an average of $1,000. I don't know why. It would just dump $1,000. So I would go there like maybe this third or the fourth Saturday, or Saturday, because Sundays it was like dead on the other days. And so I'm sitting there, and maybe about $15 into it just, and I was like, whoa. So I'm winning, and then I put the box back in. Then it came again, because it only came once. And so usually when it comes once, what happens is people just play, and they'll put the box in, but it was like half a box. So I put it back in, and then right when I got down to a few balls, it came again, but it just started coming and coming and coming. And it'd take like a 5-minute break, and then it would come again. But I was so sleepy that I was sleeping when it started coming, and a dude next to me, he would hit me, wake up. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm like really sleeping. I'm trying to, maneuver my hands properly and everything. And then it'll come like 3 or 4 times or 5 times, and it'll stop. And so, but like I said, I just knew how to hold it, to produce the right pressure. And I would do that, and I'd fall asleep again, but my hand for some reason just didn't move. And then it started coming again. He punched me again, but every time he hit me, that would wake me up. It got harder and harder. And he got me. He said, well, if you're gonna keep falling asleep, why don't you just go home and let somebody else sit there? Because you just can't come here and play and fall asleep. It's just not, proper in etiquette or whatever. Like, I'm trying. He's like, all right, but still, wake up. And everybody was all laughing and stuff because he was, I kind of understood what he's saying, because actually I understood the good enough conversational Japanese, because I was really studying Japanese, the kanji, reading and stuff like that, but for just some reason I just couldn't put sentences together. And so I was like, okay. And then finally I left. It was like after about a couple of hours and stuff. And then when I left, I said, I'm sorry, can I buy you a drink or something? He was like, no, but I wouldn't buy him a drink anyway. And he was just like, well, next time you sleep well at night. I was like, okay, because he was an older man. But I mean, I can understand, because actually I went to that section, like I said, at those times, and I would win, when I would go over there, and he would be there. Just regular people always playing the same machines and stuff, and they were like, nigga, get on. Why the fuck you come over here? Come to Japan. You're fucking gaijin. Come to Japan, and they don't say nothing about being black. You just gaijin here. That's what I love about Japan. Everybody's a gaijin if you're not Japanese. And it was like, you come over here and you just sit here and you win all the time like that? Yeah, we know you. We got your number and stuff. Because they used to call me Patchy Pro and stuff. But it was real fun though. But it was this one machine though that this one guy in the section where Aladdin was when so far was one. It was this one machine. This one guy would come and play it every day, and I would just look at him. He would just come in from morning to night, play the machine. And one day I asked him, I said, how much money you lose? And because it's almost like they don't even play to win. It was like they'll win and they'll have like $800 right there, and they'll just put it all back in the machine and stuff. So I'm thinking like, these people gotta be rich or something. But I said, how much you lose today? He's like, I lost like over $1,200. I was like, oh my God, why? You don't just go home. He said, I want to, but I believe it's nothing to do, so I just play. I don't care, I got money and it's just fun, Plus, he didn't, well actually, he lost about $1,200, but actually that was including the money that he won and then put back in and all that, so it ended up to being like $1,200 or something. And I was like, wow, I just I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh my God, stuff. It was crazy. But I remember one time, I probably said this story before, a long time ago, but once I was playing this one machine, I was sitting between these two old women, and the machine didn't come for a whole week. So I'm like playing it. And so they'll tell my wife, because everybody thought I was new, so they always giving me advice, especially the ones that didn't know me and stuff. So they told her, and she was like, well, it didn't come all week, so you need to stop, And I'm like, leave me alone. She, no, you need to stop. And I'm like, just leave me alone, just play, I said, I win way more money than you, so don't worry about it. And so they kept saying to me, they kept laughing, you're losing your money. And I was like up to about $150 or something, And it started making that bloop, bloop, bloop. And then my wife still come over there because like one time I'll tell you later. And then maybe about $150, that sucker came, dumped out $800. And while I was winning, I'm getting all these boxes piled up beside me. She come, oh, it's so good, you won. Why are you so good? And I was such shook her off me, like, get off of me. Over here yelling at me and stuff, I was all mad and stuff. And then the old ladies were like, well, we're so sorry we said something. If you would have left, you would have lost all this money. And I was like, it's okay. It's like I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I remember one time I was playing this one machine, and it was plonking a lot. Bleep, 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 bleep. I mean, just going crazy. And I must have put in about, I'm thinking about maybe $300, but I was like, no, it's gonna come. And my wife, she would just come after I put in 100. She'll come and grab me by my shoulders and shake me, get up, move. And I'm like, no. And everybody's laughing and stuff. It was weird. And I was like, why don't you just play your machine and leave me alone? So after $300, she was just really upset, and all this stuff, and grabbed me and she would punch me and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. And I just got so embarrassed, because I couldn't slap her or anything, So I was like, all right, fine. I mean, I couldn't stop her, but yeah, I couldn't, because I wouldn't do that to her. And so, anyway. But anyway, so I just got up and left and went to another machine. And as soon as I left, somebody else sat there. About $50 later, that machine dumped out like maybe $1,600. And then everybody was like, oh my God, And so I went back to where the person was winning, and somebody had changed. And they said, they was laughing and said, oh, I guess it's your turn to lose. I said, no, I'm winning. I won $350. I want my money back. But, $50, wow. It was still good. But I said, it's good that you won. I don't care. It's good, because that person, when I went there, I just always lost and stuff. And then we had laughed and went home. And my wife was all crying, I'm so sorry that I told you to leave. Why did you leave? I said, because you kept punching on me and stuff, and you were so demanding. And it was funny because I told her, I'm like, listen, you're not Apache Pro, I'm Apache Pro. I even get machines for you so you can win, because she would sit there all day and stuff, and she would win like $800, just sit there all day and just put it back and then come home all crying and stuff, And I'm like, so why would you listen? Why should I listen to you? Just leave me alone when I'm here playing, But it's the peer pressure of everyone else, telling her, because they would go like every day, so they would like study machines. I didn't really go every day. And so one time though, I was sitting at this one machine, and we were sitting next to each other, and it just dumped real fast, real quick, like $400 to $600, just real quick, bam. And so, and it was like maybe not even 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, shoot, I got $800. I'm gone. So I was going to leave. She said, if you leave and somebody else win, I'm going to be so angry at you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so what? It's $800, I don't care. You just stay because it's going to come again and blah, 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 blah. And so I'm like, all right, fine. So I just listened to her stay, put all that money back in. Then when I put it back in, she's like, why didn't you leave? I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my goodness. It was so funny. But it was, I didn't get angry at her about anything she did, because she really taught me about business, and I learned a lot, her and Joel. But it was just funny how that happened. And it was just weird. But my number one friend in Nagoya, because it was for him. It was because of him I didn't leave when my wife wanted me to. He said, you got a visa, you don't have to leave. Don't listen to her. And so anyway, I was telling him about how we used to win Pachinko. So we went there, and I showed him this one machine, and he played it. Because I knew it was going to come. He won like $450, bam, just like that. I'm like, yo, man, give me $100. I ain't giving you nothing. Because Japanese people, I ain't lying. When they come to money, man, they stingy, boy. It's like how they say about these other people in different religions and stuff. And, just really stingy and stuff. It's like they do not, it's like a law. You do not loan money, So I was like, okay, maybe I understand where that's coming from. But anyway, I was like, okay, fine. So we left when we played pool, because we would play pool like till 6 in the morning. I don't know why you always want to play pool till 6 in the morning. We played a lot though, bouncing from one place to another place. But so I was like, okay, fine. And then when he won, I said, don't go back. I said, because you're going to lose. He said, oh, I'm not going to lose. I know how to play. I'm Japanese. I'm like, yeah, right. I said, if I would have told you the machine to pick to play it, you would have lost your money. Well, I'm like, okay, fine. So for some reason, we didn't meet for a week. But later I found out, because he went back the next day and put like all his money that he won back in the machine. And I guess he was embarrassing, for about, not a week, but like 5 days we didn't meet or something. And finally he called me, because I didn't call him. He would call me. Hey Ralph, let's meet up, go play pool. I'm like, okay. Like, no, Mama told her I'm gonna play pool. She's like, all right, have fun, And then we were talking, because he had a Jeep Cherokee. Always bumping too short. I ain't lying, man. That dude bumped too short all day long, just too short. Boom, just and it was wild since I heard it. But then listening to his music, in the car and being in Japan, I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar. And I'm like, oh man, it's this, the game these Japanese women be playing and stuff. Because even though I wasn't messing with them and stuff at that time, the first 2 years after, I was like, wow, it was really a trip, But still before, I could see how the gang was and stuff. And yeah, he told me he lost the money back, and they put the money back in, and I was laughing. I said, man, I don't know, man. I said, I don't know, that's bad, And then I got one more story. And then so one time I was playing this one machine, and I was supposed to meet up with this one African brother. He was a basketball player. I forget what country he was from. Starts with R, though, or something like that. The dude was tall, like 6'10". I don't know how we met, but he had an apartment, like a family 2 LDK, real nice family apartment. So I went over there, and we used to talk a lot and stuff. He would just give me a lot of information about a lot of stuff. I couldn't believe it, That's why I tell brothers, y'all need to come out and talk to these African bros, because they're not stupid. I think the Africans are more educated than there are more Africans with PhDs than there are white people with PhDs in the United States or something like that. It was crazy though, but so anyway, I had one I'm thinking like maybe $850. And the hair came real quick. And so I was going to go to work, but I said, forget it, I made some money. Because I was going to go to work. My wife said, oh, forget it. You made this money. Don't worry about it. Just take a day off, because I was working every day. But I didn't care, because I was always meeting these women and stuff and talking and stuff. And it was real cool and stuff, because the job was actually fun. And so I went to meet him. We were talking and stuff. And I ended up buying like these, I guess when the CD players came out with the non-skip mechanism, so when it's bouncing, they still can play without skipping or something. And I spent like $450, bam, just like that. And I think I had like $800 on me or something like that. Well, I don't know how much I won, but I ended up walking. I guess I went home and then got some more money, and then went and bought it, you know. And he was like, "Oh," he all laughed at it. So I can't believe you just gonna buy it. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, save your money." And I'm like, "But no," he said, "Man," because he was, I don't know how much he was making, but back then I was hearing like the basketball players like making 150 G's a year and stuff, you know, playing ball. You know, and I was like, dang, but it was fun though. It was cool though. That'll be the last one though. But anyway, I gotta go shop and buy some food and stuff. I'm out. Peace.